Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Bingham Shepherd. I think I am. I can't even get my name out. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid close to Bral.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Oh, I'm James. I play Ockar, a human paladin for Bral.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grey Space.
Hey there, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an elven specialty priest and thief multiclass from Realm Space. His gimmick of being a Mischiefmaker is coming up with fun titles. And then his current title is very artistically based. So he is the founding father of fantastic figurines and furnishings.
Founding father, huh?
Yeah, I know,
So
it's
you
not
consider-
very British, put it that way.
So you consider these your children, huh?
Uh-huh.
And thank you
Yes,
very much
every
for
wooden
those
duck is
bits, Anghammarand.
Yes, every wooden duck is his child.
Except the
Yeah.
ones Lever makes. Except the ones Lever makes.
I don't know,
He's
even
their
them.
father in spirit.
So, for viewers who wish to give players a little bit of a boost during gameplay, 500 bits will get the player or dungeon master of your choice a reroll. Currently, Braxon has 4, Finn has 2, Ockar has 2, Lafdul has 2, Leva has 3, and Solas has 3. I, the dungeon master, have only 12.
That's still at least about 10 too many. Definitely.
No, I'm pretty sure that's 10 too few. I'm pretty sure that's 10
No,
too few.
absolutely not. You should pass them on to us.
He's saving them up, one for every jury member.
Yeah, okay.
When his evil lawyer wants to get the jury to vote against us.
Aren't we gonna have the jury slightly rigged? Like one or two of them is gonna be working for us, according to Lafdul?
Well, not
I
according to
never
Lafdul. According to
I've not
Lafdul's
said
player.
anything about this.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you
we-
even be allowed to know about this, Ockar?
No, this is that character.
Oh, our character, yeah. I've got 2 people on the jury, hopefully, so...
All right, so we left off last time. You had your initial hearing where you heard a basic rundown of what you're actually being sued for, the specific incidences. But you have a week before the trial actually starts full blown. You had a little bit of time left in the day, I believe, and Finn and Ockar had already gone to visit the sage, who is doing some research for Ockar, and heard a little bit more about the location in Gray Space that you will be going to. But the rest of you have things that you can do. The ship is out of repairs and has been moved back to the docks. I will need to look up what the daily docking fee is again to give to you.
When you said great space, I thought you said grape space for a second.
Well, now, Big Mac, you have another idea for your Wild Space magazine.
Grape
They make-
space.
Yeah, grape
They
space.
make the best wine.
They would do, yeah. They would be all the types of wine.
It could be like all the planets could be like grapes on a vine, you know. Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and see Braxon. After overseeing the ship moving back, what would you have wanted to do?
I think Braxon would need to make sure the watch is all on there and double check all the weapons and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Make sure all the equipment we have is back where it needs to go.
So kind of spend the day making sure the ship is squared away?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So because like if there's things like a ballista that we've broken down so that it won't shoot while the ship's being refurbished, we need to get it. Obviously, we're not going to shoot while it's
Yeah.
in dock, but we need to get it back operational.
Okay. All right. So you go ahead and spend some time overseeing that. Leva, you had wanted to go meet with Myobaba, I believe, correct?
Yes, but Ockar wanted to
Going there
come as
too.
well.
Okay.
And she's also getting impatient about those documents, the return of those documents.
You still have time left on that.
She's still getting impatient,
Okay.
pacing up and down and thinking,
Look, the documents will be done when they'll be done.
They will be done when they'll be done, yeah.
mm
All right, so after Ockar gets back from the Library of the Spheres, the pair of you head off to Myobaba's shop. I don't know if I ever put it any place. I don't think I see a mark written down anywhere.
It's just somewhere in Shouttown.
Yeah, no, it
there's
is.
Yeah, Shoutman.
I'm just thinking trying to remember if I had put it anywhere in particular. I don't think I did. It is the kind of thing that would probably be at the end of an alley, so like right here. Let me get onto the measuring tool. So like at the end of this little
there.
alley here.
Okay.
So we'll go with that. All right, so you make your way to Showtown, and down the alley, and into her crowded little shop, and she greets you upon your entry. And there's of course like charms and potions of all sorts that are non-magical in nature, just filling the shop, and various ingredients for medicinal treatments and spices and all kinds of things like that. And she comes forward as you enter. Ah, yes. Leva, wasn't it?
Yes, hello, good, nice to see you. How are you?
Oh, I am well. Are you here for more of your tea?
Yes, please. That's definitely something I wanted to buy, but we'd like to talk to you about something that's happening to us.
Oh, yes, yes. I might be able to get you an appropriate charm.
And so we tell her what's happening. No, what we wanted to know. Okay, what did we want to know about again?
So I would ask her about that legend that we heard regarding
Yes.
mermaid flesh and immortality, and I'd mention the strange mage that seems to be in the body of a child who potentially had done that. That's messing with us.
Oh, yes, yes, I have heard about people like that. It is said that those who eat the flesh of a mermaid become immortal, although many people try it and far fewer are believed to have actually become that. It is said that if it is not prepared properly, or if the body is not compatible, something far, far worse happens. But it is something that many people try who want to become immortal. I hear even the Emperor of Shaolong has been looking for those who can prepare it properly.
What is the far, far worse thing you mean?
Oh, it is much too disturbing to talk about, but they are changed in a terrible, terrible way. Ockar, give me a local history check, please.
Okay. I'm scrolling through my sheet.
Leva asks Mayobaba to not hold anything back since we are personally affected, maybe by something like that. So please, we need to know as much as possible. Please, please, please.
Oh, that's a success.
Okay, so she describes a few features to you, and that does ring a bell. There was a strange creature that you fought in Marutso's house when you broke in years ago, and that might have been a failure.
I'd bring it to Leva. I think we fought one of those failures before when we first encountered the mage
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in their house. It sounds very similar.
Yes, could be.
Is there a way to reverse the process?
Oh, there are many, many theories about how to do it. You could search out a celestial dragon. They have great magics that could do such a thing. They are members of the celestial bureaucracy. There are Oni that are said to be able to reverse the effects as well.
Hmm.
Great wizard Oni.
Okay. And does this immortality just mean you stop aging, or does it mean that you're entirely unkillable? Based on the legends.
No one really knows. The legends kind of indicate either.
Okay.
These are, of course, all legends. Not everyone believes that they are fact.
Oh, right now it seems like you're dealing with something rather similar. So it might be more fact than legend, depending on if our theory is right.
Absolutely. What we have seen and what we're experiencing. Hmm.
It could be something else that's very similar for all we know.
They are supposed to be very difficult to kill.
That's not the first one we find that's difficult to kill.
Any other questions for her?
I'd ask if the name Marutso means anything to her.
No, it does not mean anything to me directly.
Directly and indirectly?
Well, I have known people by that name over the years, but I couldn't
Okay.
say whether any of them are the person you're looking for.
Mm.
Hmm. How would you go about fighting one of those?
Well, I am by no means skilled at such things, but there are many ways that you could go about it. Attempting to capture them in an indestructible prison, perhaps. Some say that burning them works. Others say that the only way to truly get rid of them is to put them out of time. Of
Oh,
course, getting aid from great magical beings, spirits, dragons of that sort are also said to work.
mm-hmm. So how would we put something out of time?
That is beyond my knowledge.
So no, Leva doesn't have any more questions.
All right.
Or at least not at the moment. She may we ask you more if we get more information ourselves.
Of course, if my shop is open, you are welcome to ask any questions you wish. Let me get that tea for you.
Thank you.
Ockar, did you have any other questions as well?
No. It's just confirming the fact that we're dealing with an immortal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really hoping it's just the the non-aging kind, and not the "oh, you straight up can't kill me" kind, unless you know my secret. Those are annoying.
What,
Actually, that's
me
one
me
thing.
throw annoying opponents at you? Never. I would
No, no,
never
no.
do that.
We would not do that at all. So there's another question to Mario Baba in that case. How can we keep them apart? How can we see or find out which type one of those is?
Yeah, the easiest way is to try any of the methods that you can to kill him. And if they don't work, then you know that you're dealing with something else.
Oh, right, okay. Use logic. That would be far too difficult.
Well, I guess we'll see what we can find. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Do
How
you need
much
me
does the
to...
tea cost?
Oh, okay. Let me look it up. I was
Be
about to
5
ask
for
if you
10,
needed me
isn't
to look that up. 25 gold pieces.
Thank you.
I think that was for like 10
Yeah,
kettles
something
worth
like
kind of
that.
thing.
That's what I got wrote down when I bought some a long time ago. I should probably buy some.
Do you want me to buy some for you?
Sure. I'll give you the money for it. How much? What, 25? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
How
just
much do
deduct
you
it.
want?
Oh, just 10.
It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. It's Lever can pay 50 gold pieces, so you get 10 kettles as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, let's see. Finn and Lafdul, you'd talked about wanting to tail Bradel Falderic and they whoever it is that was himself tailing or themselves tailing Bradel, correct?
Yeah. It's awkward because my polymorph only lasts 3 hours, so.
Well, I mean, some of the day has been gone already, so.
Did we get an idea of? Did Finn? Did you tell us what time of day it was when you saw this happening when he was being stalked?
Yeah, I would have told you that when he walked home at the end of his.
Oh, right, that's right. Okay, I think you already did that because this is the same day as the first hearing. So you already did that, and so that would be what you'd be doing the next day.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
can change up my spells, so I can take a couple of polymorphs. So I've got like 6 hours to play with.
Okay.
Should definitely get me in the range I need.
So is there anything anyone else would want to do on the day of that hearing?
I would heal Big Mac because he said he wanted healing. I cast a Cure Builder at him.
Okay.
And
Thank
probably
you.
on myself to top myself. Oh, wow. You got 2. You
I
said you
got
needed
2.
healing. Yeah, you only got 2.
Okay.
Oh, you can have another one. There you go.
Well, I'll technically
It's
get
fine.
1.
No, you're at top. You're maxed out now.
I'm
Don't
maxed out
complain.
now. Okay.
Oh, dear.
All I need is like a little portal to the plane of positive energy. I could just stick my head in every so often.
Yeah, and then go boom.
Yeah, you just have to take your head out before you go boom, though.
Well, that's one way of killing the Shao Mortal. Just send the positive material.
I mean,
Right.
that's something you could try.
Yeah, I do. We do have plane shift. He's got the means of probably getting it. That reminds me, I need to get a tuning fork to the prime material plane because if I ever find myself in a different plane, I want a way of getting back. It's no good having a scroll if you can't use the scroll.
Okay. I think there is a price. I will look that up. So I'm not hearing anything that anyone else wants to do that day. So go ahead and you guys get your rest. You can change up your spells.
During the day,
have
I
we-
would
Sorry, go on.
I would have just bought an assortment of gems. I'll work it out in a minute how much I would have spent on that. But a couple of sapphires and various other gems for my tree ornament, and I'll start carving and fitting them in.
Okay.
But yeah, it would take time to do that, but it's
Yeah.
just something I would have started.
Okay, and Braxon, you had a question?
Yeah, we've got guards back on the ship, haven't we?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, you were still paying for the dwarves and the GIF.
Yeah. you
And
said it
some
was
of
new
them
gifts.
were staying on the ship while while it was being repaired, just to make sure that nothing was disturbed, obviously, kind of
Right.
thing.
Okay.
While staying out of the way of the workers.
Yeah.
So yeah, now they're all like actually bunking on the ship again. Lafdul, look at plane shift in the pre-spell compendium. It has research time and costs. You can figure it out. Prime material world is what you'd want.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you can get your spells changed up, and let's see,
What-
Braxon, what is your plan for the day?
Oh, for the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we had any other new witnesses revealed. Have we had a meeting and been told about the stuff that Lever found out from Moababa?
Yeah, I mean, unless someone specifically says that they're not sharing information like that with the rest of the party, I'm generally going to assume
Okay.
that at some point you do.
All right. Well, in that case, Braxon would say to Lafdul, I think it's Lafdul that does the spell for going back in time. Oh no, there's one that Finn does, isn't there?
Yeah.
No, Finn does the time pool spells.
Yeah. Would it be useful for us to try to go back in time and see our enemies at specific times where we know they're there?
I mean, I was planning on casting a couple of time pools to look at some of the events that we're being charged with.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, Braxton would definitely want to go along and watch that.
Here,
So does Lever.
I mean,
have a
I would
question
kind
to
of
bring
assume
up
that
to you
that's something
guys.
that everyone would be there for, so that
Yeah.
everyone is familiar with it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that seeing, because I think I was the only one that actually saw the remains of the fish, or shall we say, is it worth seeing that? Oh, I mean, we know what it is. It's not going to make any difference, is it?
I'm
We
not
know
sure
what
what
we're
you're
looking
talking
for.
about. I'm sorry.
No, when we had the Shell Kid, we had the watch come in. They burnt the freezer enchanted box with fish parts in. I was thinking about showing the party that, but I don't think there would be any benefit in that.
Yeah, I mean, it just looked like meat.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like fish meat.
I've got a strange question for Lafdul, actually, which is probably a rules question. So that is Lafdul's both a religious person and also a sneaky person. Would he be able to sanctify the ground of the guy that's suing us, so that people that are creating a bad influence on him are unable to get in, or something?
That would take a long time, I'd assume. That's not like an overnight thing.
I mean, any of the priests in the party might be able to do that. Finn,
Yeah.
Solas, or Lafdul might have something, but that's something that you'd have to look at the spells you've got.
Yeah. But there's also the fact that you need to do it without the guy's consent.
Yeah, which falls into Lafdul's domain more than Solas.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Like,
I unless
It's
Finn
warring
can,
against evil, but it's entirely legal. So.
unless Finn can create holy wards while disguised as a mouse.
Oh, I'm also the one without the access to wards or just wards, which generally are those kind of spells.
I mean, there's multiple ways to do things like that.
Okay.
But it a lot of it depends on exactly what you know mechanically what you want done. And I don't mean just you, Braxon. I mean you as a group.
Yeah.
So that is something that you can look over the spells that you have, but also just kind of like conceptually think about what you might want to do and see if you can think of a way, a plausible way to do that, within the game, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of it would depend on exactly what you want to do.
Yeah. Because I think to some extent this guy is so set against us that even if there's no influence on him over the next week, he'll still want to sue us because his mind's been changed.
That's entirely possible.
Is there anything we can get that can detect this creature?
You mean Marutso?
Sorry, Mariso.
Yeah, is that who you're talking about when you say the creature?
Yeah, the bad guy. The guy that showed up before with the shell thing. Is that Mariso?
Marutso.
Marutso is the child.
Oh,
The
right.
Shao Wizard.
Yeah, Murto is the shell wizard in a kid's body.
Right. So I'm getting a bit mixed up.
The Yakman were possessing people and doing mental influence. We don't know if the Shao can do that.
Right.
That said, he is a
Right.
wizard. You know what? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't know what school he specializes in, but it's probable he has enchantment spells.
Yeah. But we also know there's Yakmen around and they're disguised.
so like
Oh.
number one, when you're dealing with an enemy wizard, if you don't know much about them, then it's reasonable to assume that any common spell that you're aware of might be in their repertoire. So
Well,
Yeah.
based
sleep
on what
spell,
we've
magic
seen him,
missile, charm person, armor, that kind of thing. It's
Domination.
reasonable to
What-
assume that they might have access to that.
based
Yeah.
on what we've seen, he has fireballs and he has teleports, and I don't exactly remember what we had when we first encountered him, but he's at least got access to conjuration and evocation spells.
We had access to all of his spell books, so in theory, he has access to all those spells at one point. We know he used like Big B's hand and magic missiles and stuff, so.
So evocation and conjuration.
Yeah, I mean, you did get his spell books then, so he has had to,
reacquire or rewrite all those books.
find
See
new
why he's
spell
got
books, essentially.
vendetta against us.
So
made
we
him
know
spend a ton of money.
if we know what spells he had before, can we infer from that whether he's a particular type of specialist wizard?
You can try. I mean, what you infer is what you infer. Like, I mean,
Only Lavron, Solas.
I'll put it
might
this
be able
way:
to come to that.
there's nothing that I will tell you, one way or the other, but
Yeah.
you yourself, as the
Spellcraft?
player, can absolutely infer whatever you want from that.
Oh,
All right.
but we,
Well,
we couldn't roll spellcraft and find out.
I don't
Ooh,
remember what
okay.
spells he had in the book.
I mean, you as a
Uh,
party have them, so like you could go look.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that in the player information thing?
I mean, I don't know where you guys have kept that.
Braxon wouldn't have paid attention to that. It's a spell book.
Well, funny enough, the first spell book we have listed has Delayed Blast, Fireball, and Force Cage and stuff, so one would assume, yeah, he did cast Power Word Stun, so it must be all those spell books at the top.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that and that one I'm highlighting if you see if you're there. Because we saw him cast Interposing Hand. And Solas has been affected by the reverse of a dream spell, Nightmare. That was another spell he's been casting.
And there's the late blast fireball.
Yeah, and he's that means he's got access to seeming. Oh, Stone Shape. A Wall of Stone. Yeah, that makes sense. He sealed off the area of the Wall of Stone.
He seems to have something of almost every school of magic in here, which makes me think he's a universalist.
Yeah, it's got to be. You're right. Yes, we can infer stuff.
Yeah. So
I mean, I don't see necromancy spells.
If
Isn't that
you,
what Dramatic Death is?
If you look
Maybe.
at the spells and you think, okay, could this person be a conjurer? Do they have any opposing school spells in there? If they do, then they're not a conjurer. Same, and you can go through the whole list, and if you come to a conclusion that there are spells from every school in there, then yeah, you could probably conclude that they're a mage.
Okay. So I think we have been able to infer something from that.
Well, I am just checking a few spells. The Dramatic Death is illusion. He might not have necromancy spells.
No, he's got Vampiric Touch. He's a necromancer.
Oh. Okay, he's got a little bit of necromancy. So
Yeah.
he doesn't seem to have an opposition school.
Does he have any divination? I don't see any comprehend languages, detect magic. Oh no, they might be universalist though.
Yeah, he's probably a universalist, so he's just a plain mage.
Keep in mind that most specialties actually have 2 or 3 opposition schools.
So
yeah,
we know what defensive spells he used to have.
Oh, he's got Mantle.
I think that's for level learned Mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
The problem is that we don't know if he still has these spells. Because remember, we killed him and stole all his stuff, and he had to rebuild. He may have some new spells.
Yeah,
he's just got to rewrite them, hasn't he? If he loses spell book, you'd have to research them.
You have to get access to it. You can't just from memory write new spell books. You have to find another source to copy it from. It is really, really bad to lose your spellbooks. No, even if you have it memorized, you cannot rewrite it from...
Oh, okay, so he had to find all these spells again, so he might not have the rare spells anymore.
Yeah.
And also, losing your spellbooks doesn't wipe out the spells that you know.
Yeah.
So, if someone is at, if someone can only know 10 spells per level, and they have those 10 spells, if they get a spellbook that has none of the spells that they know of that level, then they can't copy those into a new spellbook and reset what they know.
Yeah, so he'd have spent the time since we last saw him going around trying to find spellcasters with any of the spells he had to copy their spells with or without their consent.
Conveniently enough for him, you were gone for 2 years plus.
Yes. Yeah, so he's had 2 years to try and get back all these spells.
One thing that I did want to mention, you knew that the prince's forces took possession of the bodies. Lafdul, if you wanted to, you could go request access to cast Speak with Dead. But it's you're making a formal request to do so. They may say no, but just keep that in mind. You can always go ask.
I think it's something we should go ask.
We should do that, because you've got so long to do that, haven't you?
No, I've got a year now because I'm 9th level.
Well, but, I still think we should ask.
Yeah.
I mean...
Get one of their people to be a witness.
They would be witnesses no matter what. I mean...
We can ask for an interview because we can share information a meeting rather, because we can share what we've learned. We think what the connection is between Maurizio and the Yak man. We think he's immortal, so he's going to be a long-term problem.
Instead of seeing the bodies to do that?
Well, no, and as part of that process, we want to know if we can ask him questions that can help us track down Maurizio if they haven't already done this.
Okay.
We'd have to figure out what questions to ask. I think one of them should be how many of them are here, or is it yes/no questions? It's yes/no, isn't it?
If the spell works, you'll get an answer to the question, but if they don't like you, they can. If you don't word it properly, they can be elusive or vague.
Yeah.
How many of them are us down here? Many. That doesn't tell me how many. It's just many. He could have said like 5 or 6. Are there less than 10? You know, it's how you want to word it.
Yeah. You're helping Auld. He's writing down these ideas.
I hate the speak with deck because it is a lot of prep work. I mean, generally, the only reason I took that spell was would have been to get information on the items we found. For how all the command words for the wands and stuff. I think we found a wand.
Yeah.
I mean, I have thoughts on some questions, but I'll voice them when we get there.
Well, no, I mean you can think about it right now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to take up too much time.
Well, we should figure out questions before we go and do the speak with dead.
Well, I figured one thing would be asking if they have any more bases on Bral, like the one underneath the shop that we took care of.
Very good question.
I mean, so part of it boils down to, I mean, if you've got to come up with the questions anyway, does it really matter whether you do it now or at that point?
True.
Yeah, let's do it now. I think that's an excellent question. And then
because that one's literally just a yes or no answer.
Yeah, and then if we get a yes, we can ask what street it's in.
Or what shops are they under, you know?
Yeah.
I guess I'd also ask how long they've been working with Maurizio in exact years.
Mm-hmm.
Where did they meet as well? What sphere? Because that might give us a potential avenue of inquiry if it's out of...
Where exactly is Maurizio's main base of operations?
Do we allude to outside of Bral, or? Well, you might get that, you might not. But yeah.
I mean, if it's outside of Bral, we'd ask where outside of Bral exactly.
Because Bellis was intercepted and effectively brainwashed while traveling back to Bral.
Yeah.
We presume by Maurizio.
How many other people are they controlling? Would be a question to ask them.
I guess one of the biggest questions to ask is...
Can Maurizio do the mind control?
I guess one of the main questions to ask is, what was your grand plan here on Bral, and how was Maurizio involved? To figure out what the Yakmen were up to and how Maurizio was helping them.
Don't we just get one sentence answers?
No, there's no commune. You get a limited response. On these, it can be as necessary to fulfill the question. It can be as long or as little.
Right.
Another
asking
would be
the question about what their plans were would be a good bargaining chip to get access to the bodies too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another question could be, are you and Maurizio involved with Brother Felderic?
Well, bearing in mind, I didn't actually take this spell today, so it's kind of like setting up to get that day to cast the spell. So it's
Yeah, we could have it done tomorrow.
And it doesn't just have to be me casting the spell.
Yes, it does.
That's true.
Yes, it does.
Solas can do it. Finn can do it. They both have access to divination.
Is Solas better at doing it than you, though?
No, he just doesn't like doing it because he's lawful good.
I don't think Finn has enough access to divination to cast that one.
Minor. 3rd level.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
We need
if
we
I
need
was
to
a
bring
higher level, if I was a higher level paladin, I could cast that.
we need to bring in Finn whenever anyone murders a pot plant.
There is like the wizard's equivalent of Speak with Dead, I think. What was like Last Memories of the Corpse? That's a spell mentioned at some point.
Finn would use his Speak with Dead plant spell, and the plant would say, "A cat knocks me off the shelf."
You could just do Time Pool though.
Well, I think that's a good series of questions so far. Anything else we could think of when we get there?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a case of a response might give you, like, you may have these questions that you want, but then one of the responses is like, oh wait, no, that's a really good thing that we need to ask right now, kind of thing. So some flexibility is good. Okay, so let's see. Spellcasters, get your spells changed up.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Braxon, what do you want to do on this new day?
Braxon's going to start putting money in the money bag now we got the ship back. And he's going to do his exercises. And he's going to look for anyone who needs someone going with them around Bral.
So you're just going to make yourself available to, if someone says, I would like you to assist me, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't think of anything at the moment, but otherwise I might go and see if there's some sort of magic item I can get that detects things that aren't the way they look, but I don't know. That'd be going down the shop, wouldn't it? Okay, I think Braxton would go down to the shops.
I think he's looking for like a true seeing item or something.
Yeah, and see if they've got
Jealous seeing.
Yeah, anything like that, which they probably don't have. But
that's why I've been holding on to the emerald for such a long time to get us to fabricate one, because the odds of finding that are like nil.
Yeah, I did just roll. They don't have anything like that available.
Okay. I got that ring for learning languages before from going to look see if one was around. Yep. So it never hurts to try. Okay. Yeah, I guess Braxton will just be making himself available to everyone then.
Okay. Leva.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm just going in order in Discord.
Okay.
I guess Leva will do something similar. She doesn't have, or at least I can't think of anything she'd want to do right now.
All right, that's fine. All right, Ockar.
I'll see about helping Lafdul make arrangements to go see the bodies. Try to see if I can like do some convincing.
I mean,
I'm very charismatic. I might be able to help your chances.
that would be a group thing. I don't think it'd be an individual thing.
Right. So I mean, it like chances are they wouldn't like, you wouldn't be talking to the person who would give you permission. So you'd be going in, make the request, and then they would let you know at a later time.
Yeah.
When and where you can do it if they've agreed. So anyone can do that because you'd be doing it on the behalf of the party.
Then I'll go and make the request for the party.
Okay. All right. So Ockar, you make your way up to the palace gates. That is over here, crossing the bridge. I'll go ahead and actually move the camera over here. And some of the one of the Royal Guard sergeants welcomes you in as you approach. Yes, what can I do for you today?
Yes, my name is Ockar. I wanted to, have you heard about the events that happened down in the city involving the Yak men under Bells' shop?
Not directly. I have no information about that, but if you have a request, you can go ahead and make the
Yeah.
request, and I'll pass it on.
Well, the request is that me and my companions who are involved with that want to help with getting information from the bodies. We have clerics that are able to speak with the dead, and we were hoping to help get you and ourselves information from them using that.
All right. Give me a charisma check, please, and then tell me what your reaction adjustment is.
Okay, my reaction adjustment is +6,
Okay.
and I want to get high or low on this.
You want low. You want below your
Okay.
score.
Do I have a reroll, just in case?
I mean, you got a
I've got
17 charisma.
17.
You have a 15% chance of failing.
True.
But yes, you do have rerolls. Alright.
That passes.
Okay. Let's see. He listens to your request, nods, and says, I don't directly have any information about that, but I will put in your request. Where can you be reached for the response?
You can reach us on our ship, and I'll tell them where our ship is docked.
Okay.
A shop.
Or you could send a message to our shop, the Company of the Broken Sword.
Okay, either of those locations. All right. Understood. A messenger will arrive with the answer as soon as they have one. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you, and I'll head out.
Okay, so, Finn and Lafdul, did you want to start out going together?
Yeah, I can do. I mean, I took two. Well, it's up to Finn if
Might
he
as
wants
well.
the company. Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
got two polymorphs. I got true seeing, and I have telepathy. But obviously, the true seeing, I'm not too bothered about casting. It's the reason why I'm saying this is because when it's like go time, we start stalking them, etc. Or we separate, and obviously we're both in animal forms. That's when I'll cast telepathy. But it's trying to figure out when that is time. So if we're in like towards the midday in a few hours, it could be at any variable point, and I'll cast my first polymorph. Obviously, if it expires, I got a second polymorph.
All right, well, let me
So
ask this first. Do you want to start out by following him from his home in the morning, or do you want to go and like stake out his
see if it's
shop?
Oh, to see if he's been stalked in the morning. I didn't think of that actually.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I
Okay.
think Finn will start out as a common alley cat this time.
Okay. And Lafdul?
I'll be leaving this to think because my time frame's far more limited. I will be somewhere. I will use my hard disguise. I will not be Lafdul. I will be someone else, but I will be along the path where I presume, I do not know this for certain, so I'm taking a guess, from where he stays in the morning and a possible route to his. I think he starts off getting breakfast in the morning, we believe.
Yeah, so the two of you would compare notes.
So I would
mean, Finn's followed him a number of times, so Finn.
I would be along that path. If I
Right.
see Finn as the cat following him, then I know.
It doesn't necessarily always take the same path. Finn, give me a wisdom check. Okay. So that is representing Finn making a prediction on where he will be based on what he is seeing. So you, Lafdul, would station yourself with your hat of disguise somewhere along that route.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. And do you only have the one telepathy?
I just have. I might have taken 2, but yeah, I probably would have taken 2. It doesn't last very long.
I know. I just want to see if, like, I mean, if you only have 1, then saving it for a very specific time is good. But if you have 2, then
No,
it's something
I
to
would have
consider.
taken 2. I would
Well,
have taken
didn't
2.
you already set your spells?
Yeah, sort of. Maybe.
Sort of, huh?
Well, everything's loosey goosey, isn't it? So, to an extent. I didn't think of this. I took spells. I was casting like idea and stuff, so I didn't know what spells I should or shouldn't take. I mean, that was the last thing I would have changed if anything.
All right, all right.
I mean, I can change it back. I'd miscast magic instead.
Okay, so with you stationing yourself somewhere along the hopeful route, is your goal to just observe him passing by kind of thing and see if someone's following him, or would you then be picking up the trail at that point?
If I would just be like an innocent bystander. I would wait to see if, obviously, he goes past. Obviously, I'll probably see Finn go past in animal form, knowing what form he's going to be taking, but I would also be waiting to see if there's a follower in particular.
Okay, so
I
you're
would
just going to
tell
be
Finn-
watching him go by and monitoring, and not actually following him.
If I see the other person stalking, then yes. And then I will start stalking the stalker.
Okay.
And I'll be wearing my ring of invisibility, so...
But not actually be invisible?
No,
would you want to be
not
invisible?
until I need to.
Okay. All right. So Finn, you'd be in cat form, staking out his house before you expect him to leave for work. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Any special precautions that you want to take on the way, or any spells that you want to cast beforehand?
Maybe I will cast an unfailing premonition.
Okay. How long does that last?
1 turn and a round per level, so basically 2 turns.
Okay. So would you walk over, cast a spell, and then change form?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
In some back alley somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Lafdul's ensconced himself somewhere, just looking like an innocuous person standing around, kind of thing. Shabbily dressed or something like that. Sound good?
You know what's funny? Let's play into this. I'll be one of the urchins as well.
Okay.
I would have told Finn this, and I would have like a distinctive marking to know that it's me, like a certain color on a piece of my arm or something.
Okay. All right. And so Finn, you do see Bral Falderic leave his house. And let me check something. Okay. And Lafdul, would you have wanted to like put yourself outside of where you guys think he's gonna go get some breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Finn, you do follow him, and he does seem to be following the route that you predicted. And he does go into, like, he does get some food from a street vendor, which you predicted he would, like, right around a couple stalls. And Lafdul, you do see him come and buy some food. Now, Finn, give me an intelligence check, please. Okay. And Lafdul, give me an intelligence check, please. Okay. All right. So neither of you see him being followed. If he's being followed, you don't see it. He may not be followed. He may not be followed at this point. And Finn, would you make yourself known to Lafdul, or would you be like trying to keep out of sight of like everyone?
Thinking of how an alley cat would behave in a busy area like a market, I'd be staying out of sight.
Okay. So Lafdul, you probably wouldn't see Finn because there's a lot of people. It's morning. There's a lot of stuff going on. But given what's going on, your initial reaction would be along the lines of, okay, I probably just can't see him from where I am.
Yeah. Probably need a better vantage point or something.
And then Faldrick does move on to his warehouse. Lafdul, with him leaving, do you want to then follow, or are you going to wait a bit and try to meet up with Finn? And I'm fine with you guys having discussed this already, depending on what you wanted to do.
I don't know, to be honest. I'd probably be in the area. I probably would be following in the area. I wouldn't be too near. I mean, once it looks like he's going into the warehouse, I'd probably...
Well, from your vantage point, you just see him get breakfast and then move on. The assumption is that he's going to work. So then you can make your way over there afterwards rather than follow him. Whereas Finn is actually.
Oh no,
You are going to follow
him.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got hiding shadows in that. In that, I'm mixing amongst the crowd. That kind of hiding shadows.
All right. What is your
hiding in plain sight?
What is your hiding shadows score?
Oh, that's a good question. Would I be wearing my armor? Yeah, I probably won't, because I don't plan on getting into a fight. And I can wear the braces. It's only like 1 armor class difference. Sorry, hide in shadows. 70. Sorry, hang on. I am looking. 80.
Okay. All right. So you begin to follow Faldrick, hoping to keep out of sight and blend it in with the crowd. Finn, you are also following him, and you do both get to his warehouse. You see him go in. And then what do you want to do? Just wait to see when he goes for lunch or something like that?
Well, that'll be my plan.
Yeah, no, I would, I need to get air on the rooftop somehow and get
I
a
just had
vantage
a
point.
thought. Since you
Very-
look like an urchin,
Yeah.
why don't you go see if he'll hire you to deliver something for him?
Have you indicated whether or not I could loiter around to see if I look like a potential runner, you know. You might give me some, a job or something. I don't know if the urchins ever ask for jobs per se.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they just get like, someone's like, "Hey, you want to earn a copper?"
Yeah, I want to be the guy that's hanging around. Hey, you want to earn a copper?
Okay.
Maybe talk to the other kids if there are other kids around. Just learn.
Because who knows what kind of information? Who knows what kind of information you could pick up from that?
Yeah.
So just kind of like play around with stuff that's on the street and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So after a couple hours, one of the guards at the warehouse does call out to you, Lafdul. Hey, kid, want to earn a copper?
Oh, yes, sir. Please, sir. Goes up. Very happy to being called upon.
All right, come in for a second.
Okie dokie.
And it turns out that it's actually a mimic building, and it needs you. I mean, no. So you go inside,
That's
and
unfortunate.
I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate.
So you two go in.
Notice you were on Gingerbread Street?
You two go inside, and you see the warehouse guard call out to Bral. He's in the showroom area inspecting the things on display. And he says, the guardsman says, "Sir, I got one for you." And Bral comes over. Ah, good. Here, here's a copper, and here is a purchase order. I need you to take it to, and he gives you the name of a shop. Do you know where it is?
Do I? I mean, I've been on Bral for a while.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Apparently. 14.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a shop off on Clipper Street. You've passed by it once or twice. It's a leather goods shop.
I tried to play into the arching persona, but I tried to say a few of the buildings and make it. Is it this one?
All right, give me a charisma check.
My charisma's 15. Oh no, just failed by 1.
No, it's not that one. You realize that you've gotten the... you know the shop, you know where it is, but you realize that after doing that you forgot, like some of the buildings that you thought were around it are actually somewhere else. So he then describes where the shop is and says, "Now, do you have that? Can you get it there?"
Yep.
Good. Here's your copper, and here's the purchase order.
Okay.
If you do a good job, and I will know, then you might be getting more coppers later.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right. So you head on out. You can give a nod to Finn to indicate, that everything's okay, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And do you want to take it over to the shop?
Yeah, I try to indicate for Finn to mosey on towards me. I'll see if he'll come to me. Does Finn come to me or not?
Noticing that, I'd probably venture out from the alley and start twining between your legs.
All right, then what? It's a purchase order, right? Is there anything distinctive about it?
You have a folded sheet of paper that
is it sealed?
Written on the it is not sealed, but written on the outside is the name of the shop. You haven't opened it up yet.
No, I will cast telepathy on. Well, I would go to somewhere a little bit more, off the beaten path, so somewhere I can link and cast a spell without being too obvious. I'll cast telepathy on him, and I will relay what I know. I say, yeah, it's just an order, and I'm going to deliver it. I think it's just a routine thing, but at some point I will read it and relay the information to you. That's why I just didn't want to do it here with telepathy up.
Okay, well, I'm going to stay here and keep my eyes on the building.
Okay, so you do open it up and look at it, and it does appear to be a normal purchase order type thing.
Okay. I'll look to see where it is.
Okay.
Go to that location, deliver it.
So you make your way to Clipper Street, find the shop, and...
Before I go there, I will have Mind Reader cast.
Okay.
To see if it's a mundane thing, that's all.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being paranoid, but
So you go into the leather goods shop and say that you have a purchase order from Bral Faldric.
Yeah.
The shopkeep says, "Oh, good, good." It's actually more of like an inventory list of things that have been ordered by this shopkeep that Brattle has ready to be delivered. I'm not exactly sure what that would be, but because Brattle is not purchasing from this shopkeeper has purchased from Brattle. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So the shopkeep says, "Oh, good. Let me see it."
Yeah, I'll pass it to him. I have my read up, so I hope I see if there's anything contradictory. That was all, and the only purpose of this.
So he opens it up, reads it over. You do pick up from Mind Read that it does seem that there are a couple items missing that he wanted. And you do hear him grumble a little bit, but then says, "Well, can't do anything about it. Here, there's your copper." And he tosses you a copper.
Thank you, sir. I will relay that I've delivered the information.
Okay.
I'll go back.
So you return to Browdle's warehouse?
Yeah, and I just knock on the door, tell the guard that I delivered it, and I'll just hang around outside.
Ah, well, don't usually come back to tell us that, but thanks.
Oh, I like copper pieces, so.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? All right. Both of you give me an intelligence check, please. Okay. Leaving Lafdul, and Finn, you said something about trying to get up on top of a building. Was that just an idle thing, or did you actually want to do that as a?
Oh, that was me.
Lafdul was talking about
Oh, that was Lafdul. Okay.
Yeah,
my
I
all right. No, never mind. Never mind. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So, leaving, you do both notice that a short, cloaked figure is moving about, kind of on the edges of one of the buildings. Finn, you're not sure if it's the same person that you saw before, but it is like they're cloaked and hooded. You can't tell whether it's a child, a halfling, a gnome. You know, it's a short person, in other words. And the cloak isn't the same, but at the same time, you know, would someone who is trying to tail someone always be wearing the same cloak kind of thing, you know? So it's possible that it's the same person, but it's also possible that it's someone else. But then you lose them in the, you know, the standard daytime, afternoon crowds.
Okay.
You're not sure if they noticed you. You're not sure if they were just, you know, kind of doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys want to do? You still have the telepathy up. I think it's short enough time. Like, I think that you would like now that you have telepathy up, I think you'd be relaying any oddities that you may notice, and you do both notice this odd person. So you can have a quick discussion about it mentally, if you want, or something like that.
Did we figure out if he was just loitering around or if he was just looking like a check-in? You're
not sure. It's part of it is a case of like most of the kids you know are kids. Like they're pretty obviously kids. This person definitely seems to be trying to keep themselves unnoticed. So to both of you, it's suspicious. But you only saw them briefly, so you don't know exactly what they were doing. You don't even know if it's related to Brattle Faldric.
Alright, I'm gonna disappear somewhere.
Using your ring?
And No, not what. Just means lose line of sight and cast Polymorph Self.
Okay.
We'll take some kind of bird and just get like an aerial view.
Okay. So you relay that to Finn?
Yeah.
All right. Finn, anything,
Some
any
kind
comments
of
that you have?
Well, aside from the familiarity from the last one I saw, whether it's the same person or not.
Yeah, and you're not sure.
Finn in cat form might want to go up and get an idea of his scent if I can get close enough.
Okay. So you head over there and start sniffing around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check at half your score.
Oh yeah, you get the natural abilities, don't you? It's tough. That was 20 or an 8.
Yeah, I know. Okay. There's too many scents, so you can't make out anything in particular. But like, there's nothing that sticks out as being unusual or familiar or anything like that. There's just a whole lot of scents around, kind of thing.
At least there's nothing too distinct about him.
All right. So Lafdul, you're up in the air. What kind of bird are you changing into?
Some kind of wood pigeon, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you take to the
like
air
a tasty meal
and look around
Some
specifically
birds.
for it, for that.
Yeah. I look around, just see what I see.
Okay.
Now that I can be less obvious about it, I guess I can be more inconspicuous.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check at half your score, please.
I will use a reroll on this.
Okay.
Let's see if
Mark
I get
that
lucky.
off.
Oh, 3 you'll work.
Okay.
7 I need.
You do spot the same cloaked figure. They're definitely staying in the area. So they're loitering around for some reason.
I hope my telepathy's still up. I will try to relay that up to Finn if I can. If not,
okay. Yeah, it's still up. Finn, what do you want to do then?
Well, if he tells me where the guy is, I might try to sneak up somewhere close to him.
Okay. And if you get close, what do you want to do? Just watch him or what?
Watch him. Get an idea of his scent.
Okay. Okay, let me see.
I'm pruning myself, but also looking at him. I'm trying to act like a pigeon, I guess. And
All right.
I'm also looking for any telltale signs of being one of the Thieves Guilds.
Okay.
I would recognize that most people wouldn't.
Give me an intelligence check then.
All right, just a standard roll.
Okay. They're not making any signal that indicates to you that they're a member of a Thieves Guild.
Oh no, it was
right. Well, I mean,
clothing, apparel,
right.
markings.
They're not doing anything that would be obvious to a thief that they're a member of a Thieves Guild on a job. So
I mean, I don't.
They could still be a member of a Thieves Guild, but they're not advertising it to other potential thieves. Is what you can definitely confirm for that.
Is he generally staying in one location?
No, he's moving around. And
does his gait match his form?
He's moving in such a way that it's really hard to tell because he is cloaked. Now you would say that the person is pretty skilled at being, sneaky. It's the middle of the day, so there's not exactly a whole lot of shadows, but they're definitely being stealthy.
How long does it take between him moving from location to location? How long does it take him?
Not very long. He's
Does
definitely...
he stay there for a couple of rounds, 3 or 4 rounds, or is he going literally from place to place every minute?
It's
because I want to know if I
right,
can make
right,
myself
right,
invisible.
right. Let me finish. Let me tell you
Sorry.
what I think you're looking for. They're being furtive, and they're definitely like looking. Whether they're looking for someone or looking out for something, you're not sure. But they're definitely like it's more of what you would kind of consider a patrol.
Yeah.
But being sneaky about it. And both of you, you know, you don't have much time left on the telepathy. Are both of you trying to like, obviously not be obvious, but
As long as I have
keep
line of
track
sight,
of
I
him
can
and
recast.
track him and stuff like that?
Yeah, I will try and see if I get an opportunity to recast it, because the range is 30 yards. It's pretty good. I mean, if I have an area of advantage, I mean, I got my ring of invisibility. I can will certain items I can use while polymorphed, yeah?
You
Is that one of
at
those
this
items?
point, like, there's enough people around that you would want to like go find someplace out of view of people to cast a spell, and to change back from being a bird into yourself.
Can I use my ring of invisibility while polymorphed?
Not while polymorphed. I mean, you'd have to change back to your normal self to use it.
So, do I know where Finn is located?
He's relaying his rough position to you telepathy-wise, I think. Would that be fair?
Yeah, so at
Finn?
least
Hold
if
on, hold on. Finn?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. So yeah, it's just like you'd be telling him, all right, I'm up on this building, and he'd be saying, all right, I'm down in the alley. And sometimes you can see each other, and sometimes you can't. But it's you're relaying to each other what's going on.
I'd find a suitable location.
Right, so, I mean, if you want to cast a spell, like, you're gonna lose sight of him. And if you want to cast a spell on Finn, chances are you both need to lose sight of him. Because you gotta go someplace, find someplace where you can...
Alright, if the spell's gonna work, it's gonna work, then I'm not worried about telepathy. I mean, he'll just have to trace him as best he can, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
It's frustrating because he keeps moving from place to place. He's not staying in one location for long enough.
Right, so, and he's being very furtive. And it definitely looks like this individual is observing. Like, they're being very observant. You can, like, you're experienced enough with people that, like, while you don't know whether this person is a member of a Thieves Guild or not, you would say that they have some of those skills, whether it's training or natural aptitude or what. But
I will take the risk.
It kind of reminds you of someone casing a joint.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I may lose track of sight of him, but I will chance it, because the thing with true seeing, because I did have it memorized, is it does show people when they're trying to hide in shadows. It makes it very obvious. So I'm hoping with true seeing up, I'll be able to find him very quickly, and or if he's not him, he's using an illusion or whatever. So I will polymorph back into me somewhere out of line of sight, I guess. So I could be flat on the roof, right?
Yeah.
I look around to see if there's anyone else on any of the roofs that I could potentially be seen from that I have not made with. I just have a quick cursory glance around, because I don't want to waste too much time. But...
You find a shadowed chimney that you could hide behind and crouch down as you cast a spell.
All right. Is there anyone on the rooftops at all?
No.
Or at least not obviously.
Yeah.
All right. No, I'll do that. I'll polymorph back into a crouch down Lafdul, sprinkle some dust in my eyes.
No, you're putting ointment in the eyes, not dust.
Yeah, ointment. That's like a 300 go casting here, so
Okay.
and then re-polymorph back into a bird and
Let me see if you can do this while the telepathy is still up. Hold on a second, because it is definitely about to run out.
yeah. On a side
High or
note,
low?
that'll make it very.
Pick high or low.
Lafdul's always like the high numbers.
Okay. Unfortunately, telepathy has run out.
All right.
Okay. Would you polymorph back into a bird?
Yeah, into the same pigeon.
Okay. And
Similar pigeon.
fly back around looking for the individual?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably see Finn polymorphed around somewhere as well.
Yes, at some point you definitely do catch sight of a cat, and kind of like superimposed over it is the image of Finn. And then you do spot... Well, actually, hold on. Give me an intelligence check at half your score to see if you can find him
I'll
again.
use my last reroll on this
Okay.
because I'm burning all my resources, but it's for a good cause.
Yeah. Okay, well, either of those would have been
well.
good. All right, so yes, you do spot him after a bit, especially like once you spot Finn, it makes it easier because you know that Finn is still keeping track of him. And you see this short figure, but superimposed over it is definitely that kid, Maruzo. And you can keep track of him. He is definitely looking around, like monitoring. And give me an intelligence check. Just a normal one.
Mm-hmm. Failed by one.
Failed by one?
Yeah.
I thought you got your intelligence up to 15.
Oh, wait, yeah. No, I went from 13 to 14.
13 to 14, okay. All right.
Because 15 is what I need for the XP bonus for my priest.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unfortunate.
No, 16 would be.
Wait.
It's always 16 for prime requisite XP bonuses.
Is that?
Yep.
I might have just not updated it then. Hang on. Because I got a new language when I went from whatever score I went to. So I'll see if I have updated it. Intelligence. What was it? 14. Number of languages. Yeah, 13 to 14, you get a new language. But you don't from 14 to 15. So, yeah, I was 13, I went to 14.
Okay. But yeah, prime requisite XP bonus is always 16.
Why am I thinking 15?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm probably wrong then.
Okay. All right, so, watching him, what do you want to do?
This is a huge gamble. I could end up dying for this. But I do have Dimension Anchor memorized. That would stop him from running away. And that would... This is going to... Sure, you know what? We're going to have a fight. This may end up getting Lafdul killed, but he's got an opportunity. He's going to take it. I'm going to... no, because I'll be casting a spell on a kid in the middle of the street.
Has Lafdul made a will?
Well, the thing is, I know if I get caught, I get into trouble. He would also be caught and caught into trouble. And at the end of the day, I've got the proof of him being involved with the Miacc man. It's going to work in my favor in the long run. Here is a question. I probably would have brought this up with Finn before the telepathy run out. What was the general basis of playing this? Because I definitely would have brought it up that I had true seeing, I would have, making a play if it is Maritza, I have a spell that prevents him from teleporting. I would have given this reader a plan throughout the day. It's like a contingency plan. If it is him, I can prevent him from escaping. Do we attack him or apprehend him or what?
Well, I
'Cause we
don't
may
know
not-
that. I don't know that either of us could have possibly foreseen that it was him following Felderic around.
But do we try to apprehend him if it is him?
Personally, I think it's better if we wait for having a little more muscle with us.
I mean, certainly,
I would
like,
say we may not get this opportunity again. This is like once in a blue
maybe
moon.
not, but at the same time, if this is, like, Finn saw someone following Faldor that was obviously disguising exactly who or what they were. Now you have, together, on this day, you have seen someone in the area of Faldoric's building, who it turns out is Marutso.
Just an intercept that I remember Lafdul saying that he memorized 2 telepathies.
Yeah, I
And
just
I
haven't.
mean, Braxon and Leva are just sitting around, sort of whiling the day away. You could
Yeah, but-
easily take up telepathy with either one of them and ask them to come.
Except I think he needs to actually see you to cast it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
and he would have had to have done it earlier, and it would have run out.
Yeah, that would have
All
run
right.
out. When
Okay. Ah, well.
I've got options. I could try spray bunny him and just hope I get lucky and put him to sleep. Because there's a save versus spell. Oh, it's a wizard.
Or if we could use this as an opportunity to just try to get something that I can use for tracking.
Yeah, you could pick his pocket.
Well, now that I know it is him for certain. I'm frustrated. All right, now I won't. This is annoying the hell out of me.
Do you have it? Do you have something like a sending spell? Oh, that takes too long anyway. doesn't
It takes 10 minutes. Yes, I do have it on the scroll. But it is a 10-minute cast.
What a shame.
Yeah, no, no, I know it's him. I know it's him, and it's bugging me. It really is. What was your gut? You said, because you are the deciding factor whereon I would have done this. What was your gut? Your general motive of how we approach this situation? Because you would be influencing whether or not I'm going to attack him right now.
I don't know that the two of us by ourselves are going to take him.
I don't think that matters if we're going to take him. It's whether or not we die. I want to expose him. I want him to get caught.
It's too obvious an area.
All right, fine.
I mean, like, you could... Finn has already indicated, and would have indicated before, trying to track him with something personal. And Lafdul, you do, I don't know what your numbers are, but you're a thief, you can pick pockets.
Yeah, but he's also... All right, no, that's the point. Yeah, no, I will. Sure, you've influenced me. That's the one thing Lafdul never does. Now, I've got, I would have to take back a form, like an urchin form or something.
Well, you got you polymorph is still up.
Yeah.
You can go down into an alley, polymorph back into yourself, use a hat of disguise.
Well, why do I have to be anything that's me?
Well, I just said use your hat of disguise.
I got polymorph up. Why would I use a hat of disguise?
Because you need to use your own hands to pick pockets. Like,
do you?
I mean,
you could be a halfling. You can still pick pockets, or like an elf, another elf, then a similar form.
But the hat of disguise does the same thing in that regard. If you're appearing like there's no, you're going to be in a form that, unless you were another elf, which then it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Hat of disguise versus polymorph. At that point, yeah, I guess I don't care. But if you're going into a form that's not an elf, then you're going to lose your, any elf bonus that you have.
All right. I
You
just
do
don't like
get
the
plus
fact that
5% for being an elf, so
Yeah,
keep
no,
that in mind.
It's the fact that I have to use an illusion, and if he's got an incredibly high intelligence, then he might see through the illusion. That was my fear.
Okay, then
Well,
then
then-
polymorph yourself into another elf. That's fine. I feel like that's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but well, actually no, I don't know. I feel like you would lose your elf bonus even if you're another elf because you're not yourself, and it's not quite your normal hands. You're not going to be as familiar with
All right,
its
I'll
ability.
just use a hat of disguise.
Okay.
Didn't you say you have your ring of invisibility?
Yeah. I would be using my ring of invisibility as well. It means I am mortal. If the power kills me, I'm dead.
Doesn't the pickpocketing make you go visible?
No, it's not a hostile action. I have to cause harm to someone to break it. Pickpocketing isn't necessarily harmful.
Okay.
As far as I know, because I
I'm
would have
just
done this
looking at something.
more than a few times.
No, pickpocketing is generally not a hostile act in that regard. So you can
Because I've
be
got true
invisible.
seeing. Yeah.
Keep in mind
At
that
least for
sometimes
this-
picking pockets just also involves a boom. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you.
Yeah.
An innocuous bump. If you want to try to be completely unnoticed, then you could go invisible too.
Yeah, I am doing it invisibly.
Okay.
Because I've got true seeing up, I would see his actual form where his pockets are and stuff, not the illusionary one, so I know where to go for.
Well, assuming that he is using illusions. You're not actually sure whether he's using an illusion or not. You can see his true form. You can see that it is him, because he's at a minimum
you can't
disguised.
tell if it's polymorphed, or you can't tell if it's an illusion.
That would require things like spellcraft checks or knowing the spells in question. You see their true form. I mean, sometimes it's kind of obvious. Oh, look, a little canary has landed on my finger. Why does it look like a gigantic dragon? Kind of obvious. But what he is doing could be normal disguise. It could be illusion, like a hat of disguise. It could be an illusionary spell. It could be a polymorph.
Oh, you're asking me to have detect magic up now as well.
No, I'm not.
I do have detect magic. I can try and cast another spell.
If he's polymorphed, you're only getting whatever is in his polymorphed form's pockets anyway.
Yeah.
If he's got an illusion up, then you can see what he truly is. And you can pick his actual pockets.
All right, now I'll see what I get. It's potluck, as it were.
Okay.
What's my score?
Would I have any indication that Lafdul's moving in for this or not?
You're going invisible, Lafdul?
Yeah.
Then no, you wouldn't.
Okay.
My score.
Lafdul, okay, let me ask this.
I was invisible.
Let me ask this. Finn, how close are you staying? Are you staying as far away as you possibly can, reasonably, and still kind of like keep track? Keep it.
Well,
keep
I
track
was
of
trying
it?
to move in to catch his scent, so.
Okay, so you would be moving in a bit closer.
Yeah.
Okay. Lafdul, are you trying to move silently?
Sure.
Okay.
Move silently is 95.
Okay. Finn, no, you do not have any indication that he's doing this.
Okay. Then I will just continue with what I was doing then.
Okay.
And my pit pockets is also 95.
You've gotten it that high already?
Yeah, without my armor is minus 25 because I'm wearing my braces right now.
All right. No,
I
that's
get
fine.
plus
I
5
just
from
I
no
hadn't
armor.
realized that you had gotten it that high. I thought you'd been neglecting it a little bit.
Now, if I'm wearing my chainmail, it's 65.
That's fine. That's
yeah,
fine.
I get plus 30 with no armor, so.
Okay. All right. So 95.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hold on a second. Let me see.
I've rolled 100 before. You know, I think this does happen.
So that's when you go to pick his pocket and come away with the whole pocket.
If he's got like a pouch of holding, I might try and cut off the pouch. Bag of holding.
You wouldn't know what that he has that.
Well, the thing is, the cut purse, you cut the entire purse off, don't you?
Yeah, but you didn't say that you were doing that. You said you were trying to get something.
Oh
from
no,
him.
he's a wizard. I'd be going for the entire purse if I can.
But you didn't say that.
Yes.
I was assuming slipping a hand into a pocket and trying to get whatever you got because you're just you're specifically looking for something that Finn can track.
Alright.
So that's what I was assuming doing all of this.
We're going with it, yeah.
Okay. All right. And let me go ahead and roll to see what you
I
get.
can't hand it back to Finn because that's my at least above for a beat. Joking.
Okay. Do you want to like take whatever you get, kind of thing?
I guess.
Okay. So whatever you feel, you're grabbing, and you're gonna try to scoot. Is that?
If it doesn't look like it's too difficult to pull out.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay. You do feel that he has a dagger in a sheath on his belt as you're going for his pocket, and you think you can grab that.
Sure. Grab the dagger. Oh, unsheath his dagger. Is it clipped or is it just pull out?
You just pull it out of the sheath.
Alright, pull it out of the sheath.
Okay, you pull it out, and he whirls around, looking in your direction.
He noticed me. There's going to be a visible dagger now.
Give me a dexterity check, please.
Lafdul's pretty dexterous.
Run away!
Oh, that's pretty good though, 'cause it's closer to my score.
Okay. So he grabs at your invisible hand as you're pulling that dagger out, which is now visible. Finn, you can see that dagger slip out from beneath his cloak. And he whirls around trying to grab at your wrist, but you do dance back. With his other hand, he pulls out a wheel-lock pistol and points it in your direction.
Yeah.
And is firing. Let's see. You're wearing your bracers?
Yeah.
So what's your armor class?
Do I get dexterity? Or am I
Yes.
flat-footed?
Yeah, you get dexterity.
Well, it's only one worse without. What's the point? What is my? 1.
Okay.
Mage using a wheel lock. He's obviously multi-class. He could be a mage thief, I guess.
I mean, he could be taking the non-proficiency penalty.
Wait. Is that a thing?
Yeah. You get a non-proficiency penalty if you use a weapon that's...
Wait,
that
a
you don't have
wizard can use a
proficiency.
longsword and just be non-proficient?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing that says you can't pick it up and swing it around.
Right.
It's just
You
a matter of knowing what you're doing with it or not.
Yeah, you just get a -5.
All right, yeah, no. For some reason, that's just blown my mind. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. It's because
Now,
I'm used to playing the games.
that said,
He hit me?
you're pretty convinced at this point that he does not have a non-proficiency penalty because, yes, he hit you. Finn, you smell the smell of smoke powder. There's the loud crack as it fires. Lafdul, you feel the shot tear into your body. You take 15 points of damage.
All right, this isn't 15. I'm regenerating. I had 4.
I'm not allowing that critical fumble. This is too fun to allow a critical fumble on this one. I'm sorry. It didn't kill him. It didn't kill him.
No. Old's like, if he's going to die from his own pickpocket, I'm letting him die. 15, right?
Plus 2 points of cold damage. You feel the wound like a chill roll through you from that wound.
I'm down to 32. I had 95 and I failed on that.
The good news is, if Lafdul doesn't die, we can dig the bullet out and follow him using the bullet.
Yeah, Lafdul's got it.
Well, you also have the dagger. You have the dagger in hand.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. And
Wait,
you're like...
Did the merchant shoot him?
Yeah. He pulled out a wheel lock and pointed it in Lafdul's invisible direction and fired. Lafdul, I would assume that right now you're like backpedaling away from him, correct?
Is he still invisible?
He's still invisible. Because
So
Lafdul hasn't
you
done
see
anything.
the bullet as well, not just the.
Yeah,
not
the
It,
bullet
it,
would
it
be
passed through. No, I mean it passed through.
I can cover it up. Actually, it sounds silly, but my cloak of displacement wouldn't have helped, wouldn't it?
Wait. If you shoot an invisible thing with the arrow, can you see where the invisible thing is because the arrow's sticking out?
I mean, there's going to be blood leaking onto the floor at some
Or
point.
does the arrow turn invisible with the being that you shot?
Because you're invisible, Cloak of Displacement doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because he didn't know I was where I was.
Well, I mean,
So-
there's nothing to displace.
I need an
Yeah.
answer for my questions. It's gonna drive me insane.
So if you know where someone is, you suffer a -4 penalty to attack them when they're invisible. And it doesn't matter, like, if they're holding a weapon, if there's an arrow sticking in them. Keep in mind that physical damage isn't always physical damage. Like, I mean, it could just be, you know...
Impacted, not cut through me.
Right. And it could also just be, like, a near miss has exhausted you a little bit kind of thing, you know? So it really does depend, like... I have full range of decisions on how that plays out in combat. A hit just means hit points go down. So, and exactly how that is, you know, is reflected in the narrative of the game depends on what works best for the narrative at hand. But that is definitely a hit on you, Lafdul, and that did do that damage. So, I am going to open up the initiative, and all three of you can decide what you're doing.
How many people are around?
There are...
They're all fleeing, probably.
They're like... This is happening in one of the back alleys around the thing, so there's people out on the main streets. And there's a few people in the like in the alley moving to one of the back windows. Hold on a second, because I just need to clear out the old entries. Okay, 6-6. Okay, yeah, you can roll initiative. I do not have a token for him, so give me a second, and I need to ban a bot.
I mean, I've been hit. I got the dagger.
Yeah, make a decision on what you're doing this round. What are you doing, Finn?
Finn is changing forms to an asp.
Okay.
So what? What's
A
an
serpent.
asp?
A serpent.
Oh,
A venomous
snake.
Small venomous snake.
You know what? I got I can do like a million different things, but I got the dagger. I'm getting out. Or maybe, or at least I'm gonna try to. How visible is my blood trail? Or am I bleeding? Was I hit that hard that I'm bleeding?
You're bleeding, yeah. Well, I mean, you're not like you're not taking the damage over time bleeding, but you got hit.
Can I? Is this dagger still visible? Can I?
The
sheath
dagger
it?
is still visible.
Can I sheath it in my bag of thing?
Yeah, if you want to move and do that, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that'll be +3.
Well, I'm basically trying to take, hide in shadows, as it were, but also, sheath a dagger. I don't know, just duck behind some barrels or something. I don't know. I got no feel for the situation, but yeah, I'm doing something.
Well, you're in an alley. If your goal is to hide the dagger and move away, then you can say that. That's fine.
You can also check to see if he's chasing you.
Well, he's he can. Lafdul can see him right now, so.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second to roll. You were not clicked on your token.
Do I have my token somewhere? Oh,
Yeah, it's lower left-hand corner.
Well, I got 7, so I'll just hashtag initiative. I'll just add that and I'll change it.
Also, would my unfailing still be up, or would that have expired by now?
How long does that last?
It would have been 2 turns total.
Yeah, that's gone, because that's like the length of time that the...
Well, telepathy's 28 minutes, if that's gone.
Okay.
Let me double check something. Do I have the right... Yes, I do. Okay. Okay. See, all right. So, Lafdul, you are backpedaling and trying to put the dagger away, and you see with his other hand. I'm sorry. What?
I'm just trying to make him guess as to where my position is. Trying to move as much as I'm allowed to move.
Right. However, he is moving first. So with the hand that he tried to grab you with, he reaches inside his cloak and pulls out a thin shaft of wood and points in your general direction. And I need a saving throw versus wands, please, Lafdul.
Wand. So the second one?
Yes. Second from the bottom, I think.
Rod, staff, wand.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the second one. Second one. Breath weapon is second from last. Sorry.
Is this mind affecting? Is the creature...
actually, yes, it is mind affecting.
So I get +4, but I got a thing about being a mischief maker. Is this person lawful?
No.
Alright. Is it from the sphere of law or anything? Like a held person?
No, you get mind affecting.
Yeah, I got a thing for being mischief maker, that was all.
I know.
I think that's a fail by 1. If I needed 10 or more.
Okay. So you are suddenly overcome with great fear.
Yeah.
As this like purple light washes over you from the wand.
Do I drop the dagger in fear? Because that's a thing.
That's what I'm about to double check.
So I was trying to put it away.
Give me a second.
Is that targeted at me, or was it the AoE fear ones? Counter ones?
It's a cone, so but it was pointed directly at you, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to check the spell. Give me a second. I mean, if I had set up a battle, if I'd expected this, and I would know this, but
This is why I'm paranoid about pickpocketing, because it always goes wrong regardless of my score.
well, so keep in mind that like you succeeded, but there's a chance that they notice it. Remember, like it depends on the roll. It's 3 times their level, which if they're 0 level, it's just like no chance. Like 100. Okay. Okay, you do not drop the dagger.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
I run away.
But you do have to move away from him at your movement rate.
Yeah, I'm effectively out of combat then, basically.
And, well, I mean, he could chase you.
Alright, yeah. I'm invisible. I know how to hide in shadows.
But
I've ran away from the law
you're
before.
not putting the dagger away because you're focused on moving away from him. It's like, turn and run.
You'll have to not realize that. This is just a fleeing dagger.
No, I mean, it's like, it's the fight or flight reaction comes over you. You're not really thinking, you're just thinking about get away kind of thing.
Alright, no, that's fine. Lafdul's running away with a dagger.
Crying out loud. Stupid bots. Okay.
You know where Lafdul is, Finn.
Yeah. Finn?
So I continue with changing into an asp.
Okay.
And kind of waiting for a chance to strike without being seen.
Okay. And Lafdul, you turn tail and run.
Am I running or am I walking? I assume running. It'll be 24.
It's your normal movement rate. I mean, it's a panicked move away.
Yeah, you're scared. You're trying to get away, so you'd probably be sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it does say maximum movement speed, so yes, you would be running.
Because I've got polymorph up, would I try to flee while polymorphed?
No.
Because you're not thinking about anything other than get away. You're not processing
like a faster
right. No,
form.
but you're not processing. It's panic. There's no logical thinking. There's no rational thought behind it. You're not thinking of, oh, I could move faster if I did this or that, and you're just moving, turning, and moving. And running.
Wasn't he using his hat of disguise?
Yeah, but I'm also invisible.
But he also has polymorph self operating, which does allow him to change multiple forms during the time period.
Yeah, I remember when this happened to Higgins, I think it was. And it took us ages to find him.
All right, so go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, 3 to try to strike from a hidden position.
Okay.
Well, no, I was asking.
Oh, yes. Because you're a small creature.
Well, we're both fast.
When the dice go in Old's favor.
You did not update the number, Lafdul. Okay. Let's see.
Keep talking when I'm muted and not muted. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have my token clicked.
So he is going to start chasing after you, Lafdul. Because he just wants you panicked and running, and he is... Of course, you've stolen his melee weapon, and he doesn't have time to reload his Wheelock pistol. So now I need to look to see what he can actually do.
He can hit me with his wand.
I think he's just gonna try to club you with the pistol, like the butt of the pistol. So he is chasing after you.
Oh, this is not a
And
Looney Tunes
he
scene.
is going to miss. Like, he's hoping that you stumble and fall or something like that. You can, is your guess. You guys are now rushing out onto Galley Street. So like you're rushing out here and running along that recklessly. Obviously, no one has seen Lafdul actually run. It's just like a floating dagger. So Finn, you slither after him. I need to look to see what the speed of the asp is.
It's not going to match 24 though, is it?
All right.
That is one fast snake.
Snakes can be fast. Are you chasing after Finn?
For right now, yes.
Okay.
Actually, I show poisonous snake at a movement 15 in my list.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's fast.
Yeah, so you can, I will let you, because you can't move, like, absolute maximum movement because there are other, like, Lafdul and Maritzo cannot move at absolute maximum speed just because there are other things in the way. You know, you're dodging around people, bumping into people, hopping over carts and boxes and things like that. So, Finn, I will let you get an attack.
Let's see, I don't think I get any bonuses at all. Nope. So just straight up D20 roll.
That's a hit.
Well, in that case, I do 1 point of damage, and I think he's got a saving throw to Mage.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if it says what kind of, Did I give you a specific poison type for that?
I'm going to paste in exactly what you gave me.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's that one. All right. Where is the saving throw? That is going to be... All right. Okay. So you slither up after him as fast as you can and strike at his leg from behind. And you hear him curse out. It's obviously a curse in another language. And he is going to whirl around after you withdraw your fangs and look at you. And I think that is going to have to wait until after our break. But Lafdul is definitely going to get away now. Because he has been distracted.
Oh, that was my goal.
And Maritzo is now going to be facing a poisonous serpent, a venomous serpent.
Yeah, let's hope Finn can get away.
Yeah. So this is a good time to get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we will be back in just a few minutes. And we'll see what happens with Finn now facing Maritzo.
I was going to ask a question, but you might want me to ask it after the break.
You can go ahead and ask.
Are there drains in the streets of Bral that Finn could slither down?
Not really. Not most of the time. They a lot of garbage. Like there are garbage collectors, otyugs, that come around at night to collect up things, and otherwise they mostly like kind of let water wash down the streets from summoned rainstorms and stuff.
Fair enough.
All right, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
We'll see you then.